Hello everybody, Russian Batman back with another video. And as you can see, we've got another custom showcase. Now the camera angle, as you can tell, is a little bit different. I usually have it a lot higher up. In fact, actually, this thing's usually this tall, but now it's like this tall, but you can still see it. I actually kind of really like this camera angle. I'm experimenting a little bit. I don't usually use my phone camera. I usually attach another camera to that camera. But recently that camera has been kind of acting a bit whack. So I'm going to be trying to use my phone camera. And so far, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty vibrant, at least on my end. I don't know how good, you guys can let me know how you guys like the quality of it. But I'm going to be trying to do that maybe a little bit more, using my phone camera. It's a bit easier because then I don't have to export it from one camera to my phone to upload it on YouTube. But yada, yada, yada. That's neither here nor there. All right, now let's get into the custom showcase. Obviously, it's a little bit of a random showcase. I haven't really been here to make, full-on dedicated showcases, although I kind of got close because two of the characters in this showcase are from the same deal. So, yeah, first off, the least customized one is I made this little rocket raccoon. As you can tell, it's just kind of a normal rocket figure. But with some slight modifications. For one, the scarf, I actually use the scarf piece for the scarf, and then on the arms, it's a dark red with gray over it. I based it off some like toy I found online to give it those weird kind of gauntlet things he has going, and then obviously some detail on the legs just to add some more detail. And I painted the tail, the brown little line that's usually there, painting that gray. So I kind of just, a just kind of a modified version of the Rocket Raccoon. And yeah, that's kind of a form of customizing I do like to do, is just taking, regular minifigures and just modifying them just a little bit to make them just a little bit better. So yeah, the torso print is the same. Nothing else is really new about this. I can't tell if the focus is good or not. Here, let me just... All right, there you go. There you go. It's in focus. Okay, but yeah, that's the first one. And then the next one's also from Guardians of the Galaxy. And this one kind of inspired me to just do the other one real quick. But this is Drax. The reason I wanted to do this is because I got the advent calendar, and I'm technically filming this before Christmas, so I did open this guy up early. But for the rest of the advent calendar, I opened it on time, except for at the very end. I think it was like on the I don't remember, 23rd, well, maybe it was the 22nd I opened kind of the rest. But here we have Drax. The reason I want to do this is because, like I said, I got that face print. And although I do think the gray is more accurate to the movie, I do like the green base. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's as good as the gray. I think the gray still looks better. But I wanted to have a Drax figure. So I decided, like, hey, why not go with the green and make the, normal Drax without the ugly sweater. And yeah, that's what I try to replicate. So I try to replicate Lego's printing on here, just kind of basing it off some images I found of that original Drax figure that I believe was only found in like a few sets. But yeah, so this torso was actually like this. There was very few things I could find in this color. This is a very strange color, I come to realize. It's like a bluish, greenish, weird. But yeah, so I painted on the muscle detail with a dark green, and then I painted on the tattoo, all the tattoos and whatnot, with a kind of just a normal red. I thought maybe going dark red, but I thought, normal red would make it a bit more vibrant. Also, the legs it's a modified version of the Falcon Captain America legs, but the bottom is painted black instead of the original gray, with some detail on there. And yeah, and I think this figure really works. It's a simple figure, not too much extravagant. Like I said, I couldn't really get the skull detailing is so small, you can barely, really get detail in there. So I just kind of made them, like little Lego heads. But yeah, that's kind of my version of Drax. Obviously not as good as something Lego could do, but it's a good little compromise for now because I don't have a Drax. This is the only Drax figure I had. And like I said, only Drax headpiece I have. I said only Drax eye head instead of had, you know, haha. But yeah, there you go. Last one is actually not from Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a little bit of a curveball for y'all. Stay on your toes, fellas. This is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Yeah, I wanted to make this guy. Because I saw the movie and I liked the movie. And I'm like, you know what, let me make a figure. The base of this, so the basis of this figure is I had the idea to use for the head, to use the new snowman head. Yeah, so I just kind of glued onto a minifigure head because it's like a separate piece, and then I modified it to look like the Pinocchio head. I think it turns out really good. I was debating whether or not to use the snowman head to make Pinocchio or to make the Jack-in-the-Box guy, but I ended up going with Pinocchio because I'm like, you know what? I feel like this works really well. AC has the one ear on one side. I do think I could have made the ear a bit more, you know, angular to kind of fit the shape of the actual, you know, movie, but whatever. I gave him big Pinocchio smile. I think turned out really good. And then the two black dots for the eyes. Also, it's a little bit tricky. I was debating on whether giving him mid legs, tall legs. I ended up just doing tall legs because it wouldn't be size accurate next to a minifigure, but whatever. He's lanky, so I'm like, you know, I'll just give him the normal tall legs. And yeah, I was even debating like make him kind of like a weird skeleton figure, but I'm like, I'll just make him a normal minifigure. As you see, you got tons of the wood kind of grain in there and the brown color, and then kind of use this little bit of a custom color. You see, it's not the same color of the hands. Fortunately, I don't have a paint that fits that exact color. I do have a similar one. I have two similar ones. I have this one, which is kind of like I use for more like flesh tone type stuff, and then I have this one that's a bit more dulled out, but it's still not as, you know, kind of desaturated as the Lego color. So unfortunately, it's not 100% accurate, but I still think it looks good. You can see here for the nose, I use that same carrot piece because in the movie, the nose is a bit more angular than, you know, normal depict, or the, you know, compared to the Disney depiction of Pinocchio, as the kind of the little hole in his kind of like heart where the cricket would live. And yeah, which I believe in this movie was named like Sullivan or something. I honestly don't remember. Nothing on the back. Should have probably printed those bolts on there, would have been cool. But yeah, also I did give him a little bit of a feature. So as you know, the Pinocchio, no, as you know, the snowman head, you know, the nose comes off. So I just keep that feature, so you could just take that little nose off. So it's a peg. It's like, ooh, it's a little bit cursed because you can see the headpiece I used underneath it. But you could also, I made it so you could replace it to make it look like the nose is growing. So yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Like I said, just painted this up real quick just to give it alternate. But, you know, you could probably use like a whole bunch of other pieces. As long as there's a peg, it fits in there. I think that's pretty cool, you know. I'd put like a little bit of a longer one, but, you know, make him shooting a laser. I don't know. Ooh, like a katana. Ooh, out of his nose. But yeah, we could like recreate the scene from the movie where like you get the huge branch coming off. But yeah, this is maybe like if I had the cricket there, I could like recreate that little poster, you know, where he's like, ooh, you know, wait, hold up. Oh yeah, look at me, Pinocchio. Yeah, but there you go, Pinocchio, and I'm really happy how this figure turned out. I do think, like I said, some of the shaping on the head could be a little bit better, especially that ear. But, you know, I'm happy with kind of how a little bit of a play feature. Oh, uh-oh. Paint's coming off the nose. No, I gotta fix that. Ignore that. You didn't see nothing. Look, it's fine. What are you talking about? What? But, yeah, there's my Pinocchio. So, yep, there you go. Those are the customs for now. Yeah, y'all have a nice rest of the day. Go make sure to watch the 2011 film, Marengo. Spoiler alert, it's a very good film. And have a nice rest of the day, and I'll see y'all later. Ciao, bye-bye, sayonara, ciao, bye-bye, bye, ciao.